We live? We are live. Um, Welcome to the Writer's Life, a place where you get the sight, sound, smells, taste of my particular writer's life, where you get the truth about the writer's life. My truth, anyway. Um, which most people probably think is bullshit, but I don't care. I gotta get the books in there. Sorry. Thriller Award. Before I start, Big Philly, you chimed in yesterday or the day before about genres and is it okay to write in a different genre than you're used to or that you've never even read? Yeah, but if you're getting paid for it as a ghostwriter, that's what I would say. It's tough to write in a genre you haven't read before. Like I've written some erotic noir, and I think they're really good books. Actually, they're really good mysteries, hard-boiled mysteries. It's just that the sex parts are more graphic, um, but they don't do so well in the romance market because I don't think I hit the right tropes, and that's because I don't read it. So I would make if you're going to attempt to write it, I would at least read a few books in that genre. So Big Philly, I assume you're going to see this, and I hope that answers your question. And I'm sorry I couldn't get to it at the time. And you can always, you know, DM me or whatever. We can talk more about it. Okay, but anyway, welcome to the Writer's Life, and subscribe if you haven't already. Punch the like button, and don't punch anybody else. Just punch the like button. That's it. And there were times during COVID I wanted to punch people. I had a few COVID tantrums in public. I think a lot of us did. Anyway, and tap the like button or tap the bell for notifications. Jesus, so that you don't miss out on one exciting video. All right, Philly, I will definitely get to you towards the end of this one. Um, I'm glad you're chiming in. Maybe you're smoking a stogie. All right, so juggling. Um, Sometimes I feel like, like at base, what I do for a living is supposed to be fun, and it is fun. It's a lot of fun, in fact. You're creating or whatever, but there's a lot of work that goes into it. It's not just writing, and I'm sure you guys must be aware of it. But um, you know, doing everything from like, aside from the writing, doing everything from going over edits to rereading manuscripts to even though I do one clean draft, it's still got to be edited and it's still got to be read over and it's still got to be run through even through like Grammarly and all that sort of stuff. So, um, now I'm getting into Kickstarter programs. There's my Substack. I have to take care of on almost a daily basis. There's these YouTube videos that I do almost on a daily basis. Um, there's you have to keep your list tidy and clean and sometimes work in new keywords and stuff like that. And now like um, Kindle Direct Publishing has changed the way they do the bisect. I think that's what it's called, the acronym categories. So now we all have to go back in and like change our categories. They used to allow up to 10. Now they only allow you 3. But before it's like it was 2 to 10 or something. But now they allow you 3 with threads. I really don't care. Some people are probably flipping about this. I don't care, but I do care because now I got to like change like 65 or 70 books. I got to like go through all of them. And so why don't I get a virtual assistant? And I have been offered to hire a friend's virtual assistant. Tom Schreck, the best-selling author Tom Schreck's. He's like, why don't you use my person? And that's because I'm a freak, and I feel like the need to do everything myself. My father was like that. He had to control everything, And I guess I'm the same way. It's it's amazing how far the apple doesn't fall from the tree. Is that right? The apple doesn't fall from the tree that far, right? Anyway, I know it has fruit in it and falling and not going very far. But even with everything that's got to be done, I still manage to get in, the word count. And don't forget, I'm free almost every day. I'm freelancing at least one article, ghosting an article. So like that takes like an hour. Um, so sometimes I wonder how I get all this stuff done. You know, um, but if I think it has a lot to do if you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, then it would just be a drag, and none of it would get done. And then you're in the wrong line of work. And what makes it even more interesting is that sometimes we work so hard we forget to make money. I looked at my bank account today and just the cash part, like my checking account. It doesn't mean I don't have money coming in and all that sort of stuff. But I looked at it, it's $1.25. I can only laugh because I might have to borrow $5 from my son to get a beer later. But this is the life we have chosen. Damn straight. I wouldn't choose any other way. Don't forget, because you might sometimes find yourself a little bit cash poor, but especially if you're publishing books under your own label, you are creating every book, every story, every novella is like a piece of a tower in Manhattan that you're building, and you own that building, and you're just renting out space. If you license out that's how Dean Wesley Smith puts it, licensing, not selling it. If you license the audio um, or whatever, multimedia or film or TV, like you're just licensing that area. It's like renting several floors. So, but you never sell the property ever. Property should be there for your kids and their kids and their kids. Anyway, I don't know how I got on that tangent, but I did. So anyway, yeah, juggling. Sometimes we're not even juggling; we're doing that spin the plate thing. Trying to keep the plates all in the air at once. Um, it's best. One of the best things you can do, though. One of the best ways to prevent from things getting too overwhelming is just concentrate on one project at one time. And you think I would take my own advice, but I don't. I often work on 2 and 3 projects at once. It's nuts. It's stupid because it just makes you more stressed out. All right, that's all I got for you on this beautiful Monday afternoon in upstate New York. All right, so Philly. That makes perfect sense. I read mostly noir. I read mostly noir and hard-boiled down and out type books. I do too. Right now, Down and Out is like the only publisher I'm reading. Just cutting edge stuff, cutting edge hard-boiled noir stuff. And I'm not saying that to kiss their ass, because they publish a lot of my Dick Moonlight books and some of my other books. I really genuinely like their list a lot, and it's what I write. No worries about missing me in the chat. Yeah, well, I do worry about it actually, because I like the fact that you take an interest and you chime in all the time and you have excellent comments. So I do worry about it. I mean, I'm not losing sleep, Big Philly, but Anyway, all right. So that's it for now. I'm gonna get my ass out for a walk and take a break from all this juggling and spinning of plates. And I will see you guys tomorrow, God willing. Ciao, ciao.